Now, this morning, Beijing's residents were advised to limit their time outdoors. Yet again, air quality monitoring in the Chinese capital had shown the atmosphere to be severely polluted. China's turbocharged growth has had its side effects, and air pollution is now a major issue. The most polluted city in the country is Shijiazhuang. Almost 200 miles south of Beijing, its 10 million residents are long used to the daily smog that has made the wearing of masks a regular sight. Our Asia correspondent John Sparks has this report.
This road leads to one of the most polluted places on Earth. It's called Shijiazhuang, and it is a city of ghosts. The air so thick, residents can taste its acrid tang. Cold weather in this city of 10 million has been accompanied by the worst air pollution anyone can remember. It's been called the airpocalypse, something the residents of this apartment block know all too well. Their next-door neighbour is a coal-burning power plant, and facilities like these are the biggest polluters in China. The owners of International City Apartments asked us to come and have a look. And our guide was a small businessman called Tan Jian. He told us the power station was ruining his life.
It's here. Here's the big black furnace. Nobody dares to open the window. The black dust comes right through. This is supposed to be a residential complex, so why have they built a coal-burning furnace right there?
That furnace, which was fired up 4 months after the residents moved in, has coated their dreams of luxury living.
A 40-car pile-up on a Chinese motorway caused in part by bad visibility in the smog points to growing political strain. It's one of the consequences of the country's alarming pollution. On top of this, at least 20 flights into or out of Beijing airport were cancelled this Thursday morning alone or delayed as China's bad air continued to break new records. The capital has seen no lasting relief in January. The communist government is finding it harder to ignore people's mounting protests. The media are beginning to talk about it more openly after warnings to avoid going outside and telling Beijingers to wear masks if they do. This week, a small particles air index maintained by the US Embassy reached 517. The World Health Organization recommends a daily level of no more than 20. There's public outrage. This elderly resident says it's impossible to stay at home all the time. The air is so bad with the smog outside. If you open the window for long, the inside air gets even worse. We don't know how to solve this. People can't do anything. The authorities on Tuesday temporarily took 1/3 of government vehicles off the roads, but some 20 million people live in the capital. It has 5 million vehicles in circulation, a number which has been increasing each year by 250,000. Industry is the next main polluter. Largely in power stations, China burns as much coal in a year as the rest of the planet put together. Beijing also shut down more than 100 heavily polluting factories this week, but only for 2 days. Hospital admissions for breathing trouble have risen 20%. Doctors said half of those admitted to a children's hospital in the city were suffering from respiratory infections. This mother says, "I'm worried. My child has a skin allergy." She used to have symptoms only very rarely, but the doctor said that with the recent air quality getting worse, there are more and more patients suffering from this condition. A World Bank study in 2007 put the number of premature deaths because of pollution at 750,000 per year. Other sources say it's now more than 2 million, and that the incidence of lung cancer has soared by 60% in the last decade. According to state television, Premier Wen Jiabao has told other top leaders we should speed up enhancing our industry, push for energy conservation, and build an ecological civilization.
Effects of air pollution. Dear students, air pollution is the introduction of chemicals, particulates, or biological materials into the atmosphere that cause discomfort, disease, or death to humans, damage other living organisms. The atmosphere is a complex, dynamic natural gaseous system that is essential to support life on planet Earth. The table shows the types of health effects experienced by the most common pollutants at elevated levels. Air pollution causes damage to plants and animals, affecting biodiversity and crop yields.